would request Mr. Soumyajit Mukherjee, NTPC, to come on the stage.
Good evening. I am Soumyajit Mukherjee. I represent NTPC Limited. I will put forward the digital transformation from a utility perspective. Keep the utility perspective in front of you so far as digital transformation is concerned. Now, in the power sector, digital revolution, it has started, and it has started through the advent of very new themes like massive penetration of RE, then maturing storage solutions, then distributed generation, and all these are actually, since I am representing NTPC, and NTPC is having around 60,000 megawatt of coal-based thermal units. So we are also having renewable generation capacity as well. But because of all these new themes which have come into the power sector, our coal-based units, they are subject to flexible operation. We are otherwise the units which were designed for base load operation, today we are forced to run those in fluctuating mode. And our technical minimum is nowadays as low as 40%, whereas earlier the regulation was 55%, now it has been reduced to 40%. So, and mind it, the old assets are being subjected to this kind of load fluctuations. So the safety, the other control loop status, all these things, these are basically the triggers of the digital revolution which we are seeing right now. Now, leveraging through all these building blocks of digitalization, yes, every power generation utility, I'm sure they must be trying to increase the asset life cycle of infrastructure. They want to streamline their work processes. Of course, the cost and efficiency are targeted to be optimized. And in this scenario, how NTPC should navigate the digital transformation journey, that is the question we are now currently dealing with as NTPC. Now, this is in short the NTPC's digital journey so far. As a central PSU, yes, among those central PSUs, NTPC has been first on many such digital initiatives. Due to paucity of time, I will not discuss all those. And of course, through these digital transformations, what are the problem statements which we are trying to address? Of course, how to make my plant more safe. As I said that we have many old assets as well which are subjected to this challenging load fluctuations. So how should I make my plant more safe? How should I optimize the operation? How should my project management, how should the project management issues should be addressed? Then how should I reduce the forced outages? The efficiency, how it can be increased. Then, of course, how can I optimize my manpower? And these are the actually pertinent problem statements for NTPC as of now. We in NTPC, we have identified these digital foundation platforms, 9 digital foundation platforms, which we believe that through these foundations only, the digital maturity of our entire value chain can be boosted. It can be boosted. So the foundation platforms are AR/VR platform, the low-code mobility platform, wherein we can develop mobile apps for O&M, project monitoring, etc. As on date, we are having around 50 mobile apps. At least more than that, some are getting launched in next month only. Through these, we are actually monitoring the health of our assets, and the data flow is ensured seamlessly. Then workflow DMS, visualization platform, advanced analytics, IIoT platform, integrated data management, cloud, and integration platform, which eventually will help us to ensure easy communication and interaction between these multiple platforms. Now, so far as a typical power generation company is concerned, what should be the digital initiatives across their value chain? Since, of course, they will be, they will look for the procurement and store management, then construction and project management. We are having many new upcoming projects, the fuel management, O&M, power sale. Now, say for example, if I talk about the construction and project management, now how the project management can be digitally monitored. These days we are in our new projects, new upcoming projects, we are even going for 4D modeling. That is the time-lapsed modeling of the project, whether say as per this the L2 schedule, after these many months, what should be the project looking like and what it actually has achieved. So where are the gaps? So all these things can be monitored through 4D modeling. So we have in NTPC we have introduced that as well in our new upcoming projects. For the fuel management and sourcing, a plant which is sourcing their coal from multiple mines, they can do the analytics to find out how best the landed cost of the coal can be minimized. Then we have a very good use case of advanced stockyard management of the coal, where the coal actually when it comes into the plant, it is not just fired like that. It is stored in a stockyard, and with time it happens that it loses the gross calorific value. So how best you can maintain that, how to manage that GCV loss, that can also be done. And of course in O&M, through this asset asset performance management, then advanced process control, our main target would be to increase the efficiency. Then the demand supply forecasting, that helps us in the power cell. We are also having a wing called NVVN, which is involved in power trading. So they are also, using all these tools. This is just I'm sorry to pour in with so much of information in one slide, but if you see the verticals, all different verticals, they are in NTPC, different digital initiatives are being taken up by different verticals. Now, yes, this is also one thing, that there is currently a silo approach going on, and which we like to bridge as our digital initiative within the organization. We are trying to do that. And we are also, the green ones are already, which are implemented, the blue are in the implementation stage, then the some are under the proof of concept stage, under tendering and new requirement. And with the solid outline, those initiatives are being taken up in-house. So we are also focusing on this, that most of the, at least, we should try to get the solution in-house. That is also our focus in NTPC. This is the use case which I was talking about regarding the advanced stockyard management. It happens that in a hot area during peak summer, the coal stock, there is a hot spot and it auto-ignites. So there is a hotspot detection facility, which can even trigger an automatic sprinkler system to take care of that fire, if any. Then 3D profiling of the stockyard, then drone-based inspection of the stockyard, then online GCV monitoring is also, if we find that GCV is going down, then the automated reclaimer will try to reclaim the coal from that portion and feed before further GCV loss is there. So this kind of successful use case we have in NTPC, and we are trying to replicate that in other plants. This is APC, this package was in Simhadri. Through this we could increase the efficiency by 0.5%, and I tell you, say 2 to 3% thermodynamic cycle efficiency can be achieved through technology improvement, which takes years of research, iterations and all those things. But you see, only by APC implementation, we could achieve 0.5% efficiency increase in Simhadri. So see, this is the power of digitalization. I will skip this. Yeah, one more successful case study of machine learning and wherein we could predict the clinkering in boiler. This was done through IIIT Raipur. It was a collaboration with IIIT Raipur, where the different factors, like in a boiler, clinkering is nothing but that in a boiler we know that we fire coal and ash is generated. The ash is supposed to be dry and it should be removed from the boiler through ash handling system. But if the furnace temperature goes above the ash melting point, then it melts and it is called clinker. It causes trouble in the boiler operation. So through this we could predict the time before clinkering, and many forced outages could be avoided through this. SARTHI is an acronym, a solution for asset reliability tracking and health indexing. It is also an in-house result of our studies through through this, what it is, a server-based programmable application operable through handheld devices. Here the operator, while he goes the local round, he can take down the readings, and that is used along with the DCS data. Even these local data can also now come into play while we do the history analysis of the while we analyze the history of the equipment performance. So PI system, we are having DCS, condition monitoring, local software, SAP, all these are now they are providing the inputs to this asset management system, where the arms are like digital operator round, which I was talking like, through this SARTHI app, then AIML anomaly, asset diagnostics, asset health index. See, this is in NTPC Khargon. It is in Madhya Pradesh. It is a pulverizer where a QR code is there, and the operator, while doing his digital round, he can scan the QR code, and then the checklist will pop up, and there wherein he can enter all those details, and this is getting recorded. So easy retrieval, no chance of any operator not doing the, filling up the data, no post data manipulation is possible. So all these are now possible. Now even the maintenance person, they can also plan the manpower allocation also. So even the name of the contract labor who was involved in there, that can also be recorded. So any error, for any repetitive error, we can point out who was the person involved in that. Yeah, this is one in-house software. This ML AI advanced pattern recognition exercise which we conducted, and there we could see that the result, the anomaly what our in-house software generated, we compared that with a commercial software which we got as a part of a EPC package, and we compared that data, and we found that it is exactly whatever that commercial software predicted, our own in-house software also predicted that. So that gets validated. It helped us in Khargon TDBFP2 Bombay. The anomaly was generated before 6 hours before the trip. Through this SARTHI, we can also assign the health index of the equipments. Yeah, one more area where we are trying to work as our digital initiative is that we want to do 3D printing for our spare parts management. Now, we are in power business, and so you can understand we are highly spare intensive we are. Then we have an obligation to maintain high availability of the units. Any downtime is costly, which we can't afford. There are supply chain uncertainties. OEM are not supporting us. There are many OEM who don't even exist as on date. There are chances of obsolescence. So due to all these uncertainties, invariably what we do, we land up maintaining inventory spares which we even don't require also. So just to give you a figure for NTPC, the total worth of O&M spares as on date is more than 7,000 crores. O&M spares, that much inventory we are maintaining. So the 3D printing, since it is having a very less lead time compared to conventional manufacturing, we are trying to identify few spares. It is not that all spares can be 3D printed. No, certainly not. We are now in the process of scanning the spares where we can identify those spares, we will scan those, we will have our own digital library, and we can print on demand. So in a way, a part of the physical inventory can be digitized. This is a pilot which we had taken up in NTPC Kharbon. The right impeller is the original impeller, and the impeller in the left side, it is a 3D printed impeller. It is SS316 impeller, and it has been 3D printed, and it is in service since last 2 months. We are taken up this pilot, and it is about 4,000 run hours. That is the success criteria which we had kept. Now we have our own in-house 3D printing facility while this idea gets matured. That is the target we are having. These are the few other initiatives which with timeline we have kept, that these are the future things which we have to do. So thank you.